Hey there everyone, it's Mike from CJMNetwork, and today we're going to be continuing on part 1 of the Terra rant for Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. Now, you may notice right now that the game is in English. I've actually gone through the trouble of downloading the patch that translates it to English. It is a third-party patch, but I really could care less about legal things so right now. Anyway, let's get on with the boss battle. Now, the last video, I wasn't that clear. There's a lot of mistakes. I want to go through this again from scratch. So, let's get on with the attacks that Terra has. Also, I was sick the day I was making that video, so excuse the coughing from that video. I'm even debating about deleting the video, to be completely honest, but I probably won't. Now, without further ado, let's get on with what attacks Terra knows. One of the several attacks that Terra can do, but does not do that often, occurs when you're either on the ground or in the air and are doing a combo for a certain amount of time. When it's too long, he will then summon Oracle things. I don't know whatever the hell other people call them, but besides that, if they lock onto you for a certain amount of time, they will all shoot you in once and then take a big hit on your health. There is another thing that can happen if you happen to get into a combo with Terra for too long. And that is he'll start flinging his sword in all directions, and it can severely damage your teammates like this. Just look at that. They're dead. Just look how fast that their health goes away. It's not even like this son of a bitch can get on his glider like Fly McGee. Then Terra thinks this is Legend of Zelda and gets his fairy bow out and tries to take all my spell power. Then he tries to screw me over at this time that I can't use any spells without getting hurt. To make it more convenient, I'm about to show you what the information menu really says. It means my commands are locked, not just my magic, all my commands. Then this faggot tries to jab into me with his keyblade. Then Terra just tries to be an ass and then makes it so then that I get stuck in an attack that I can't escape from. And it can stop my limits. How great. As if one moving target wasn't good enough, now we have two. And Terra thinks this is Pokemon and then launches his Aura Spirit at me. I changed forms even, thinking that the explosion from me changing forms would get rid of the attack. But no, it doesn't. And then he just launches another one. You asshole. Then Terra uses the Avada Kedavra curse on me, which makes me Harry Potter because I survived and dispelled the curse from him. Does that make me worthy? Then Terra thinks it's a good idea to invoke the power of Satan and use the dark side of the Force. But in all reality, he's not really doing that. All the other stuff that I was saying with references to other series, yeah, I was joking now. This attack is almost impossible to avoid from what I found. I mean, just look at this. Look at this. Oh, yeah. Who's gonna escape that? Who's gonna escape that? I can't even tell what the fuck is going on with that. And just to give you a false sense of security from using your limits or your different, what is it called? Forms. Yeah, your different forms. If you use your different forms, like I am about to right now, I was forced into using Valor form since Donald was dead, and I don't have enough drive for a limit form, so I just use Valor form, and I try to. Then he uses the curse again and gets me out of Valor form. Oh, and if you're under that curse when he's at such low health and is able to do that rampage, you are freaking screwed. Yeah, just try escaping that. And I died right there. With every boss, there is a web. And this boss is no exception to that. Now, you're all familiar with, if you dash through his Aura Spear, that it will make it explode without hurting you. But if your teammates are right near you, it will hurt them. Except for that case. But that one attack doesn't only have one way to escape its damage. I found another way which was increasingly hilarious. Why use the block attack when you can just have your partners just reflect it right back at him? But in all reality, he doesn't do it that often. The most critical attack of Terra's that you need to block would have to be his jab attack, where he tries to jab you with his Keyblade. This can be done by pressing the square button on your controller, although this will have to be done consistently until he comes to a standstill. Terra's jab attack isn't the only attack that you can block by using the square button. You can also block his glider attack. This has to be done in the same style, where you have to block it at the same exact time that he's about to hit you. This has to be done consistently until he, again, comes to a standstill. Both the attacks that I previously just mentioned also have an alternative in case you cannot afford to get hit. You can use the Reflect in order to avoid damage. After Reflect is casted, you'll have to wait a certain amount of time for it to recover. This, however, can be avoided with the auto recovery ability. This allows you to use magic and attack with your Keyblade in the air. This, however, has a drawback and can negate the effect of another ability, which is essential for this fight. That would be Second Chance. Second Chance ensures that you have 1 HP as long as you're in a combo. Therefore, if you use auto recovery in the air while he's doing a combo, it will make the game think that a new combo has started and will negate the effects of Second Chance. There's only one time I recommend using Reflect, and that is when you have only 1/4 of your health remaining. All the other instances, greater than 1/4 of your health, it's not even worth it. You can just use Cure anyway. The only time that I recommend it is when you are low on health and cannot afford to be hit or cannot cast any sort of item or cure. That's my stance. But there is an alternative to this alternative, and that is to hit right exactly when he is about to hit you. By doing this, it will deflect the attack and will protect your HP. Although this is hard to do in succession, you have to get used to it, as this is your only chance if you happen to get hit and need to escape a combo. There is another method that can block almost all of his attacks, except for the ones that disable your spells and items. This would have to be going into Final Form. Although Goofy and Donald both have to be alive in order for you to do this, this will almost ensure that you block all of his attacks. By going into Final Form, you gain 3 Keyblades. If you happen to move in a certain way, which will make your Keyblades rotate and reflect attacks, this will ensure that your HP will stay intact. However, that isn't all. Now let's get to the next part. If you go into Final Form, stay in it until it makes you revert back to your original self, because he can screw you over in short notice, and if you're in the air and he happens to combo you shortly before you revert, it will count as a new combo, and Second Chance will not go into play. This is why I suggest that you only do Final Form when he's low on health. Then at that point, you can just kick his ass. You can do tons of combos on him, and he really can't do that much other than do the attack that covers the most distance, basically flinging his sword all over the place like a jack. Out of the hour and 30 minutes of footage that I recorded, I was unable to find when I blocked his vicious rampage attack, which only happens when he has a low health, and this, however, requires a combination. First, you have to dodge the attack where he's doing the gears and all that, the giant gear that you saw earlier in the video. And then once he starts lancing at you, trying to jab you in a new combination, you have to spam the square button consistently with him trying to hit you. Once he comes to a standstill, it is no longer red and the sky is no longer darker than usual, even though it's sometimes harder to tell. You should be fine then. But I cannot find the footage. Now that we got all of the methods of blocking his attacks, let's get started to how he breaks the game the most. This first clip shown to you is when I'm fighting him, he mysteriously crashes the game. Seriously, what the fuck? This next clip is Terra kicking my ass along with Donald and Goofy. After I realized that I could use this golden opportunity to get out of his range of attack by using their most powerful limit, which is Trinity. However, when I tried using the limit and all of its power, I found that it was not doing any damage whatsoever. Even the last finishing part did no damage. And you can see that it's surrounded in yellow. That should have indicated that it was hidden. Normally when you use that attack, it's outlined in yellow. So clearly, A, the programmers did not even bother programming it, or B, the programmers just wanted to be an ass. Chances are that the programmers just didn't program that one limit, which is Trinity. All the other limits for limit form work, and Whirligoof, I remember using it one time and it worked flawlessly, although we did get hit after. I'm not going to show that, but besides that, clearly someone forgot about Trinity Limit, and that hopefully is fixed in 2.5 Remix. The thing that probably pisses me off the most about this fight would have to be the nullifications of damage to Terra. Now, countless times in all the footage I recorded, he nullified attacks that I did. Nullified means it made the attack do absolutely nothing. This attack... This boss's API, or whatever the hell it uses for determining whether the attacks are nullified, is definitely flawed. Clearly, it should have been redone in 2.5. I'm not sure on that. I haven't gotten to that far, and I don't really want to get that far because there's other games like this, Kingdom Hearts 2. If I already know what the ending is, why play it? But then again, why am I playing all the other games when I played it too? I mean, I guess I could play it, but I like the other games as of right now, because Kingdom Hearts 2, this run, compared to the other part, however, makes me feel that this boss was screwed with me deliberately, almost. And that is inexcusable for a game to do these days. Honestly, when he would lunge at me, sometimes he would lunge, then stop in the middle before he would attack me, then go a different direction, and then hit me. He's done that before, and you know what? Sometimes he did something similar to that. Sometimes he would get on his glider, charge at me, then do a loop-de-loop, and then just go straight down and hit me out of nowhere. I was in the ground too, and he just randomly hits me. I didn't even know that Terra could do anything like that. And do I want to show it? No, I don't, honestly. Because there's so many times he did it in this video that showing them all would just be pointless. And what do you get for beating this boss anyway? Oh, you get to see a secret ending. Is it really worth it? Hell no it isn't. It isn't even for Kingdom Hearts 2. It's for the first game in the whole entire saga. And no, I'm not talking about Kingdom Hearts 1. I'm talking about Birth by Sleep. It just shows like one of the last several cutscenes in the game. I mean, really? And then it shows you how much of a boss you did, and by giving you a high score based on all the items and stuff you achieved. Oh my god. Don't even show them the freaking ending of the game, of the storyline, of the whole entire game they just spent hours playing. What the fuck are they thinking? I'm not even done, am I? No, I'm not. I got these assholes over here. This is my CJMNetwork. Thanks for watching.